Hi, welcome back again. Here in the office down in my shop, and I just thought today I would cover the myths about Cambridgeweightplan. Obviously there's many myths out there, however I'm only going to probably cover a few of those in this vlog. So let me just first sort of give you a bit of a guided tour. So this is my shop that I took on 7 weeks ago. And when I took it on, there was an awful lot of work to do, which it still isn't finished. There's still more to go, which over time I'm hoping that as my team grows as well, more people from the team are going to come in and use the space as well as me. So this basically, I'm just going to turn myself around. So this is the office, and if I start going out into the shop front, this is a really big space that I don't actually need all of, but I keep some of the stock items out here. And then I also have behind me, if I turn around, my motivational inspiration wall. So the wall behind me actually has photos on of slimmers who've lost weight with Cambridgeweightplan. Some of them are mine, some of them are people who've lost weight with other Cambridgeweightplan consultants. Now, there are other areas to the shop that aren't actually finished yet, so I'm just not even going to bother going through there. However, let me go back to the office and then I can take a seat and we can discuss some of the myths about Cambridge. So it's going to keep going dark while I'm walking through. Okay, let me get a comfortable spot. Let's move some products this morning. Now, normally I don't actually come down into the shop today, but I'm down here because I've actually got some new slimmers starting with me. There we go. Okay, so talking about Cambridgeweightplan myths. Now, one of the biggest myths that there is out there is that Cambridgeweightplan is a fad diet. It couldn't actually be further from the truth. I think sometimes people don't explore and investigate and find out exactly what Cambridgeweightplan entails. They may have heard from somebody else that, you know, they've done it and it was just shakes, you live on nothing, and you know, you may as well eat sawdust, all those usual things. However, Cambridgeweightplan has been going for many years now, over 30 odd years, and over those years, yeah, there's been many changes. You know, it's evolved and developed to a brand that has a lot of variety. The steps change from time to time to ensure that, you know, the brand keeps up with changes that are happening. So for instance, one was a reformulation last year in July, which saw Cambridgeweightplan do a reformulation to come in line with EU guidelines, ensuring that the products came up to a minimum of 200 calories. Now, as I say, some people don't sort of know too much about Cambridgeweightplan, they just hear from others, so the myth of it being a fad diet, etc., it kind of sticks if they don't do their own investigations into how Cambridgeweightplan works. As I covered in my last vlog, you know, there's numerous steps. It's only step 1A, 1B that doesn't actually contain any conventional food. There's a big variety of products that we do. You know, we have soups, shakes, porridges, rice pudding, smoothies. We've got packet meals, spaghetti bolognese, macaroni cheese, Thai green curry, tikka curry. We've got water flavourings that you can flavour your water with. You can make jellies, you can make a mousse from your shakes and your smoothies. We've got bars. As I say, there's such a variety that things really have changed over the years. It's not just a few items that you can choose from, and it's certainly not a limited plan in terms of what is available for you. Product wise, you know, everybody's tastes are different. So, you know, you've got people saying, oh, didn't like that, or it wasn't for me. Okay, so it wasn't for that person. However, you need to give Cambridge Weight Plan a go yourself and try all the different varieties of products to see exactly what works for you, what flavours and things you like. As I've said in both my other vlogs, if you're on Cambridge Weight Plan, then your journey is about you. It's not about what somebody else does. It's not about what their preferences are on plan. Yes, you're always going to ask other people, what did you think of that particular product, or how are you finding being on plan? But ultimately you've got to try the plan or the products yourself to actually know whether you're going to like it or not. So, as I say, talking about the myth of it being a fad diet, we have our own in-house medical team that work with consultants to ensure that we're putting our customers and slimmers on the correct step to suit their lifestyle, any medical conditions and anything like that. So, we have the backing of a medical team in head office, and our head office medical team are continually researching, doing trials, and again, things change, things evolve, and we're always sort of ahead of that and preempting what's coming, what the medical professions and the NHS and everything are looking at and what they're doing. As a consultant, we've always got that access to the medical team. If there's something we need to know about one of our customers, then we can contact them and get an answer from them if it's something that we don't already know ourselves. Talking before about how Cambridge Weight Plan works as a company, I talked about training and things that we have, and one of the additional training days that consultants can do is actually a medical training day. It's something that I've completed myself along with the other training days that are available to us. So that's just another one that I've covered, and it covers the basics that we need to know as consultants, so we can always advise our customers to the best of our knowledge. But as I say, if there's something we don't know, we can go to head office and ask the medical team, and they will come back and clarify for us. Let me think of some other myths out there. So, okay, another biggie, just going to gain the weight back. Well, that can be said for any weight loss plan out there. If you follow the plan and you stick to it and you lose your weight and you get to goal weight, providing you've learned along your journey how to then maintain that weight correctly with, on Cambridge Weight Plan with the advice of your consultant, that should be possible to do. So you get to your weight loss goal, and then you continue to work with your consultant. You continue to learn better eating habits. If you go back to literally just eating the things you ate before, eating all the wrong things, or eating too much of certain foods and things like that is going to sort of put the weight back on, it's going to happen. It doesn't matter what weight plan it is. What I found, though, the difference with Cambridge Weight Plan compared to other weight loss plans that I did over the 12 years previous to doing Cambridge, is that I didn't learn anything from following the other plans. I didn't learn how to eat sensibly. I didn't learn about portion control on some of them, and some of them I did simply because I could eat as much as I wanted, and that's exactly what I did. I can recall going into a cafe in one particular supermarket, and they used to do jacket potatoes in their oven, and I would ask for the biggest jacket potato because that's what I could have, and that would be lunch, that with the toppings on it. So anyway, so as I say, any weight loss plan, if you get to maintenance and you don't learn on your journey how then to look at maintaining and to make those lifestyle choices that help you maintain, then it's inevitable that, for a lot of people out there, they are going to put it back on. Now, the other thing that people find with Cambridge Weight Plan when it comes to gaining or regaining weight is some people will just stop. Some people stop their journey before they're done, before they get to goal weight. or they don't go through the steps and stabilisation phases of the steps to get you to maintenance. So some people will do Cambridgeweightplan and they'll do it for, say, 4 weeks. They're supposed to maybe do it for 8-12 weeks to get to goal weight. So they'll do it for 4 weeks, and then all of a sudden, you know, they're sort of having a tricky week and they give up. Then they automatically have gone from having maybe complete meal replacement if they're on step 1 to putting foods in. They think, oh, I'm making healthy choices, but what they don't realise is where they've taken their body from being with a low carbohydrate intake and they've automatically started putting in more carbohydrates than they previously were, their body's not quite sure what they're doing. So the carbohydrates glycogen store goes back in, water retention happens. So initially there'll be a weight gain for most people. So then they start to panic and they think, oh God, like, you know, I'm eating healthy and I'm already gaining weight. You know, it didn't work. And then of course it causes them to think, well, I'm gaining weight. You know, it's a bit of a negative cycle, and they get into that rut again and they just go back to the way they were eating before. And then that's where the weight gain comes again. So, you know, if you're hearing it from somebody else of what their journey was, that doesn't mean to say that's what your journey's going to be. You know, always find out how long they did it for. Did they get to goal? Did they stop before goal? Did they get to goal and then just not change any of their eating habits, etc.? So I'm going to cover one more myth about Cambridgeweightplan. And now there's a lot of sort of discussions around exercise. So when you first start Cambridgeweightplan, it is advised, you know, to take up, if you don't already, you know, gentle walking, just, you know, for the first couple of weeks, just something quite gentle if you're on the lower steps of Cambridgeweightplan. It's not that you can't exercise. You know, I hear quite often that it's, you know, you can't exercise full stop on Cambridgeweightplan. That's definitely not the case. We encourage people to start doing gentle exercises in the first couple of weeks. So like I say, just gentle walking and things. And then after that initial 2 weeks, you can start to increase it to a moderate sort of intensity. Nothing, you know, too cardiovascular and things like that, unless that is something you've previously done. So if you're not somebody who's used to exercise, then what we suggest is, as I say, you start to introduce gentle exercise within the first couple of weeks, so just gentle walking and things. And then you can introduce a little bit more exercise into your weight loss journey. Now, if you're somebody who has previously done quite a lot of gym and classes and stuff like that, and you work out quite a lot, then you just need to scale it back within those first couple of weeks. You know, your body's adjusting to being on a lot less calories, and sometimes going and doing what you were previously doing is going to cause you to be feeling dizzy or really, really hungry and just quite unwell. So if you've done it before, then just scale back a little bit. And then what happens, you know, you start to, as I say, increase the level of activity. And again, you listen to your body, you listen to your consultant who can help and advise you as to sort of, you know, the best step to be on for the amount of activity and exercise that you're going to be doing. So as I say, you know, it's not about not doing exercise at all. You know, we actually encourage you to take up a little bit of exercise. You know, it's healthy to try and exercise alongside plan, just not to an excessive level until you're, you know, on the higher steps or in maintenance, and then you can look at really sort of jumping that up a little bit. So that's, I think, 3 myths that I've sort of covered. There's quite a lot more out there. I just need to sort of think about which ones to cover more and come back to you on that. And I'm off now. Once I've seen my newbies down in the shop this morning, off to catch up with some other local consultants just for a coffee catch up. This is something that we do, and sort of, you know, we bounce ideas off of each other. We just catch up, you know, we all try and work together the best we can, sharing ideas, and as I say, yeah, you know, just catching up and helping each other grow our businesses. So, you know, that's my day for today, and I will vlog again when I get a chance. The reason I'm sort of doing them in quite quick succession at the moment is I'm finding that if I've got the time, I'm trying to do one, and then you might find that, you know, give it another week or two and they start to tail off a little bit. Being on plan, I have my shake this morning. So as I say, you know, I have no idea. I don't know what I want to lose. I don't know where I want to get to. I'm just going to keep going and feel better about myself on my holiday and in general. This morning, mine is actually a what have I got in here? There we go. Okay, so usually in the morning I tend to quite enjoy having a 1.5 shake if I'm doing 4 products a day, so step 1B. So I usually find that the best thing for me to do is do like a 1.5 or a double shake in the morning. It tends to keep me going right through until sort of, you know, I can actually go through to a late lunchtime, which works well for me. I'm not saying that's what everyone should do, you know, sometimes people like to space them out. So I've actually got a chocolate shake with half a key lime pie shake in it and a touch of the old Sunshine orange water flavouring, which lifts the lime flavour. So there's a little tip for you. You can actually play around with your shakes and mix up your flavours. One I've discovered recently actually is a vanilla shake with the new raspberry and elderflower water flavouring in. Tastes like raspberry waffle. There goes my phone. So anyway, I will leave it there and I'll come back to you again when I've got something else to say. Have a good day.